Still on day 5, park number 6. Obviously, that doesn't give it away. Six Flags Great Adventure. Got Nitro off in the distance. Got Superman right here. Don't know what this green one is. Is that the stand-up? I'll find out. Kingda and El Toro right over there. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. And I got more than just the one day here, so that'll definitely be good, because I'm going to need more than one day for all this, especially for El Toro. Kingda's are running. Oh, that's a good sign. And it's supposed to rain later, so I'm going to get in what I can before that happens. I just did the Dark Knight indoor Wild Mouse coaster. It's got a little pre-show in there. It's pretty cool. Yeah, not a big fan of those Wild Mouse coasters ordinarily. I've lost count of how many Batman clones I've done right so far. I think that's number 8, and that might be the best. Oh, well, actually, Great White I think is probably still the best at SeaWorld San Antonio, but this one is probably second best. It was smooth, slight rattle, didn't take away from the ride though. Very intense, no headbanging. So yeah, really happy with that one. And I love that the queue, they have a way for you to cut through so you don't have to walk through this entire maze over here. Like most Batman clones at the Six Flags parks, they make you walk through the entire maze, walking for about 15 minutes to get to the station, even if there's no line. So yeah, this one doesn't do that. You get to walk. You don't have to walk very far to get up to the station, and it was a walk-on, so that was nice. And they got their Batmobile. So Dark Knight right over there was $238. Batman is $239. I just rode Nitro, number 240. I did it in the front and then re-ride in the back. It is a walk-on. And that was very good. The back row had a slight rattle at the beginning. The rest of it was fine. Front row was great all around. Although the back row definitely has better airtime. It is still floater though. It's all floater airtime on this, even in the back row. Here they are, finally. It took them long enough. It's definitely a nice long ride. Definitely not Goliath and Mako level. Those are ejector, or at bare minimum, it's borderline ejector. For me, it is definitely ejector. This is all floater, but it's good. It's a good floater. Just did Roadrunner Railway. Kiddie coaster. And adults are allowed to ride. I'm loving this ride up here. Coaster credit number 242, and it is my new number 1 coaster. Move aside, Steel Vengeance. Skull Mountain is number 1. That one was for you, Skull Mountain fanboy. A pretty decent indoor roller coaster. I like that a lot better than the Dark Knight for sure. It's a fun ride, great for the family. You're in total darkness, and it's not a wild mouse. This rode Harley Quinn Crazy Train, which is a junior coaster. I don't know who made it, I have to look that up. And there are 20 cars in it, so it can seat up to 40 people. So yeah, it's got a long train. It's got a nice twisting layout throughout here. And they let you go twice. Just rode Joker, the 40 free-flipping coaster. It was practically a walk-on. There's actually several people in line right now. I got 2 flips on this top part here, right off the bat. And then after that, it just rocked back and forth. Came really close to a flip on one of the times. But just those 2 at the very beginning, and that was it. But hey, the one at Six Flags Over Texas, I've never flipped on it, even once. But the one at Fiesta Texas, I'm flipping like crazy. Those are the only 3 of these I've done. And there goes the junior coaster. The Harley Quinn Crazy Train. Got a pretty decent length to its layout. They still let you go twice. More time. One more time. That has got to be the longest train I've ever been on for a roller coaster. Just off of Runaway Mine Train, that has got to be one of the best mine trains I've ever done. That one might be even better than the Roadrunner Express at Fiesta Texas. Yeah, the one at Fiesta Texas, it has the interaction with the quarry wall, which adds to it, but as far as what the ride does, this is better than that. This actually has airtime. Airtime on a mine train. That was really good. Has some jerky moments, sure. It's a mine train, of course. But if you're used to the aero kind of bumpiness and some slight jerkiness in the turns, yeah, it's no big deal. Just off of Bizarro, that is definitely a good floorless, way better than Scream. It might be a clone as far as the layout goes, but it rides much smoother than Scream, and the theming around it really adds to it. It's not just sitting on a concrete slab, just all kinds of things that this has over Scream. And Leo was working up there. I met him at Sesame Place this morning, riding Oscar's Wacky Taxi and Vapor Trail with him. He's a ride supervisor here, so Leo, if you happen to catch this, nice to meet you today, and might see you if you're working tomorrow or the next day. Not that I'm going to be posting this today. I'm always several weeks, months late getting these things posted. What was that? Oh my goodness. Why are there not more of these? Oh, these are so good. And they're about to launch. You can't see it. You can't see it here like you can at Cedar Point at Top Thrill Dragster. But oh my goodness. That launch is ridiculous. Top Thrill Dragster is certainly better, mostly because of the restraints. The T-bar restraints on Dragster are perfectly comfortable. They are awesome. These restraints, The shoulder things didn't bother me so much, but the lap bar is not like the T-bars, so they come down really hard on you, and if you're a dude, watch out. Because whenever you hit that launch, the forces are just so extreme, that lap bar just gets tighter and tighter and tighter. Other than that, this is excellent. Oh, and a little bit of a rattle, but I don't mind an Intamin rattle. Intamin rattles don't bother me. But I did actually feel the rattle on this one. And if I were to be completely honest, I felt a little bit of rattle on Top Thrill Dragster too. This airtime hill though, granted, you can't get any kind of real airtime because the lap bars come down so hard on you by that point. But I do feel the upward pressure. So yeah, there is some. I'd say it's a floater air. Some people say it's no airtime, but I say it's floater. Oh, where does that rank overall? I have no idea. Because the ride experience itself, maybe top 10 worthy. The restraints, probably knock it out of my top 25. But still, it was amazing. And it was a walk-on. I literally walked right onto the thing as the gates were closing as I walked up, and I was able to just get right on. It was amazing. This has been the perfect day to come here. It's Superman Ultimate Flight, coaster number 248. Green Lantern, coaster number 249. They were both good. Superman flyer, I haven't done one of these flyers in a couple years, I think. And actually, yeah, more than 2 years. And I realize now that, yeah, they don't really do a whole lot. You got the pretzel loop and you got the twist at the end, but the roll at the end. In between, you just kind of do some sweeping turns. So the sweeping turns are all right as a filler element, but it just seemed like it was sweeping turn, sweeping turn, sweeping turn. So, not that it's a bad ride, just that Manta and Tatsu, so much better because they do a lot more. A lot better paced. And Green Lantern, that was really good. I know that might not be a popular opinion, but I really liked it. I had, at the end of the dive loop, my head kind of pinballed back and forth between the restraints. That was the only moment of headbanging I got. I was expecting a lot more from a stand-up, but other than that, it was really good. I even like the corkscrews. And the drop off the mid-course, I got some airtime on it. Literal standing airtime, because you are standing. And it wasn't just floater air either. I was like, my feet were off the ground. So my whole body was in the air there. All right, storms are coming in, I can tell. I got to get over to El Toro now. Now, if I don't get El Toro done in time before the rain hits, it's okay. I've got 2 more days here, and I have knocked out all other coaster credits at this park. So I only have El Toro left, because I've been saving it for number 250. Oh my gosh, I just got on El Toro. I was crying at the end of it. I wasn't crying, but my eyes were definitely watering. That was insane. These first few hills here are some of the most crazy moments of airtime I've ever experienced. And you hear that thunder? Yes, I got on the last ride of the night on El Toro. Right before it shut down. Our train was the last one. It had a couple rough spots in it that there's a little bit of vibration, a little bit of jackhammering almost. But with how fast this thing is going, I don't know how it couldn't have at least a couple moments like that. Hiding out in Fiesta Games during the hailstorm. It poured for about 5-10 minutes, and then it hailed right before, right before the rain stopped. So don't know how long the rides will be down. I'm sure they gotta wait at least another 30 minutes. And there might be more coming behind it. I don't know what the forecast is. I've now ridden twice in the back, once in the front row, and once right in the middle. The middle is the way to go if you want it to be tamer, especially on that rolling thunder hill. But these first couple airtime hills are crazy in any row. That is unbelievable ejector airtime all the way. Even more so if you're in the back, but even in the front and the middle. And then as it heads off this direction, that hill right there, that is complete insanity in the front row and the back row. Oddly enough, in the middle, it didn't seem to do much. It was still ejector airtime, but it wasn't really super strong like it was in the front and back. My goodness, this would be the perfect coaster if it didn't have those jackhammering moments. 4 times riding this, I think that's all I can handle for the day. I don't think I've ever had a coaster where I would say that about it. Unless it was just a painful ride that I didn't want to ride. But as far as really good rides, as far as anything even moderately good, I can't imagine anything else that I would say I can only handle 3 or 4 rides in a day. Maybe I just need to get used to it. Maybe tomorrow I'll ride it 10 times. But today, 4 times, that might be it. I may do one more later. That's about all I can handle. It is so intense. It is amazing. I've ridden Bizarro 3 more times now. It is really good. I just about lost faith in the floorless coasters after like Firebird and Scream. But this is definitely good. Hydra's good. So even though I had cooled off on the floorless, I'm now liking them a lot again. I love the fire effects. I love all the theming. You got the mister as you go down that first drop, and then you got another more theming in the second half around the corkscrews. You got a mister type structure. Don't even know what it is. I don't know the story of Bizarro. Don't know all this stuff. So some of the theming is lost on me, but it looks cool.